We're off.
Didn't the board rep's office?
Let's go to the quest marker. What quest are we on again? Worst contact? Eh, screw it. Let's just keep this one going. Probably we'll be in the around the right place.
Bastards.
Yeah, no one wants you on Groundbreaker.
These stairs are.
I'm just gonna
Not a fan of the
head back.
corporate offices being here.
Don't have to touch anything.
You'd think the board and its agents would be more content, sitting at the top of the system's food chain as they are.
Yes, you would think.
Oh.
But they stay hungry.
Oh, this is quite unexpected. I didn't have any visitors on my schedule today.
So you just sit there and stare at the door? I'm the captain of the Unreliable.
The captain of the... No, that can't be right. Alex Hawthorne is the captain of that vessel. On top of that, I just impounded it. Oh. Oh dear.
We are Nathaniel Hawthorne.
Has
Look at that green
something
screen.
happened to my favorite scruffy freelancer?
I'm gonna wring your scrawny neck, you sprat fuck. Give me back my ship. Alex is important. I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells. Forget Alex. Why'd you impound my ship?
I impounded Alex's ship, not yours. Well, I guess it's yours now if you're captaining it. It's a game we play, he and I. I ask him to turn in Phineas Wells. He tells me he will soon. I impound his ship. He explains why he can't give me the info right now. I ask him to turn in Wells. Around and around we go.
Well, I'll turn in Wells right now. I'm here to turn in Phineas Wells.
What?
Phineas Wells is the mad scientist wanted by the board, right? Lies. I meant smells. It really smells in here. Maybe you should open the door.
I'm sorry? I'm quite certain I heard Wells. Phineas Wells.
Phineas smells. It's not a very nice thing to say about someone that even a wanted outlaw.
But you... It's always like this with you tramp freighter captains.
Oh, Captain, be nice.
Captain, stop pulling the man's leg.
Yes, please do. I have a fragile constitution, I'll have you know, and this runaround is like to give me a cold.
On second thought, maybe you should be mean to him just the littlest bit.
Yeah, Parvati kind of enjoyed
I recant my earlier statement. Mr. Bedford deserves what he gets.
it.
I've met circus sprats possessed of better manners.
Good stuff. So about my ship.
Fine. You're free to go. I've removed the impound order on your ship, but before you go, I did have one request. Alex promised to tell me the location of Phineas Wells. I'm sure you've seen his wanted posters all over the colony. Did Alex tell you where Wells might be? Anything at all?
Why is the board so interested in Wells
You
anyway?
haven't read the posters? He's a terrorist, a thief, a
They really don't want
madman.
Hope to succeed.
It's really in the colony's best interest that we stop him before he does further harm.
Hmm. Why do you think I'd know anything about Wells?
Well, Alex knew, or he said he did. And you have his ship. Maybe he kept some records around, or a conveniently placed note on his bedside table.
Alex never mentioned him.
That's... well, that's just terrible news. Law, what am I going to do now? The board will have my head. Oh, I'm sorry. This is terribly unprofessional of me.
Terribly.
Is there anything else I might help you with?
I'm here about Jessie Dole. I want her debt settled.
Miss Doyle owes the board a significant sum. Alas, the only collateral she has is her organs. Compulsory donation is quite legal in such cases.
She's worth more alive than dead. Put her indentured contract.
That's not unreasonable.
I guess it's better than losing your organs, but I don't know, Captain. It just doesn't seem right.
Miss Doyle is deeply in debt, and the board has every right to do whatever they like to recoup that debt. What guarantee do I have that she'll agree to the terms you negotiate?
She's hiding in the sick bay to avoid assassins. I'm sure she'll prefer the work.
You might be surprised.
As in, we
But
just made her
we'll
a
proceed on
slave.
the assumption she'll be reasonable. I will recall my collection agent. Tell Miss Doyle to report to me promptly for her first assignment.
I don't know that it's good that
Now,
we have better
is there
standing with the
anything else you
board.
need, or can I return to my work?
About Phineas.
You've changed your mind? You absolute rascal.
Gotcha. We're leaving. Am I supposed to tell him about Phineas? In order to receive your fellow colonists stranded hibernation, in order to revive your fellow colonists stranded in hibernation, Dr. Wells needs you to travel to, I can't read it, on the terraform moon of Monarch. Monarch is indicted by the Halcyon Holdings Corporate Board, so you have to procure a nav key through unofficial channels. Okay. So, the board are the bad guys. Gotcha. If that wasn't obvious from the black and the red posters. Anyone seen Private Taylor? I haven't seen him in days. And where are we on that toilet clog? If Chief Guying taught me anything, it said a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away a crew's plumbing, you take away their privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers. Some of us have gone corporate. Some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message. But I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Hi, all. So I just got off ice from a round trip to Dashkova. 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we de-thawed and Groundbreaker comms told us docking was going to be delayed. But now we're turned into 5. Then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for our berth in this law-fucked bolt bucket. Because we were kicking our heels all the time, not one of us got paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses of family I don't see often enough. Debt you wouldn't fucking believe. And even if I'm not working, I still gotta make my payments. Does this seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. If you agree, leave me a message here. I'll respond when I get back from Jensen in 3 years. Iceman out. Public notices. So those of you who have been raised concerns by the quality of Groundbreaker's victuals, yes, I'm aware the promenade stinks. Allow me to put the matter to rest. Our ancestors didn't rise from humble beginnings and die as sprout and Borst. That's the reality of life up here. You can salt it, can it, zip it up in a pouch. Then we're not picky about calling it food. Spacers make do with what they have. What we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard last time I counted. As generous about our impound policies to the board, impounded your ship, take it up with the board. The embassy is the gaudy building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially hate mail. Urgently look for our new crew to sign on with. I've been stuck in Halcyon for almost a year now and don't know what's holding up my next posting. Never had to wait this long to get on another freighter. I plan to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any, and even the shorter skips to the inner world seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. Hey, here's my story. My ship limped into Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, docking fees, refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay our fees, so I'm kind of stuck here now. Then they took my ship and sold it off as scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. Notice has been posted 56 times in 632 days.
Wish I could say it was good to see you, Ellie. At least you finally got your chance to square our debt. That ought to make you smile for once, huh?
Nothing makes me happier than being even. Except being right. That's nice too.
Got word from Udom, from the hitman who trailed me the other night. Seems I'm indentured to the board now. I ain't too elated about going exclusive, but it's better than winding up dead.
So you're okay about being a slave?
Saved my skin, stranger. All debts between me and Ellie are cleared.
Oh, well, good.
The good news came through the wireless. Looks like you paid my debt to Jesse. I guess that means I owe you now, right?
Want to join a crew?
Tell you what, I'm a little short on bits at the moment, but I'm a decent scrapper and a better than average sawbones.
Yep,
If
she's
you're
gonna
looking for
join
a
the
medic,
crew.
I can work my debt off.
She just looked too good. All dressed up. You really don't like owing people, do you?
It's like people touching a cookie and leaving it in the box. It's just one of those things that gets under my skin.
Welcome aboard.
You won't be sorry. Though it looks like you've got a full roster already. Time to play favorites, Captain.
Meet me on my ship. It's docked by the promenade.
Traveling in style, are we? I'll be sure to nab a cabin with a view.
Welcome to the crew, Miss Ellie. We're real happy to have you.
I need his vicar. Does not seem to be thrilled about it. Well, at least neutral. We leveled up again? Damn. Leveling up a bunch. Oh, these looks like they got split up. Okay, so now I have to start putting it in individually. It's probably, I don't know. Heavy weapons, reload speed, rate of fire, critical hits, ignore 100% armor. Damn. I go with, well, not quite that many. I'm gonna go with 3 there. Yeah, it's, I'll go with 4 actually. Dialogue, go with 2. Yeah. Attack, we gotta go to science now, damn. Medical. Hostile effect duration. Engineering is really the big one, I think. This seems really good. And we'll put 2 more points in stealth. That'll do that. That mustache. We are fucking grim looking. We are truly, truly, absolutely fucking atrocious looking.
Apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
What quest is active now? Passage to nowhere. Oh, well. It's because we need to do this. A Parvati meet with Junlei Tennyson. Let's actually go do that. I don't want to fix the AC and the smell too. Because, you know, we can totally smell it. Feel how hot it is.
Salvage. Their front looks surprisingly on the up and up.
Subject, don't run. We lost another contractor to a UDL gunship. This is your daily reminder that legitimate businesses don't run from the authorities. That is what we are. Stay calm. Present your papers. If you get tangled up in the cords, I will personally bail you out. Like most youth sprats, Catherine is bringing Sublight a consistent income. From today until I say so, you're to treat her as an extension of my desk. Speaking of which, Tobias ordered an extension from my desk. My scanners say that Marditz impounded a freelancer ship after the captain misbehaved. The crew dropped so many bits of various places that they can't afford to lift the impound. Whoever gets me salvage rights gets to sit quietly in my office. So much professional work. One of ours had an altercation with theirs, lost another contractor, scrapped the ship, dedicated a tenth of the salvage to funeral expenses. I take care of my people. Little Sprat told me to create a spoiled. Sister Pork ended up at the bottom of a Monarch Canyon. See how much we can sell. Speaking of which, no one eat at Auntie Cleo's stall until I say so. Something in the kitchen's gone bad. Next time one of us finds an abandoned ship and decommissions it, they had better dispatch a ground team to the debris field before the marauders have their turn. Just because we're salvagers doesn't mean we have to be scavengers. So big time black market. Ethel? Ethel?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of Spratwurst cooking.
Life's pretty much
They're
hard
terrified to
all
lock
over
in
this
their
system.
juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
What's Spratwurst exactly?
You know what sprats are? Space rats.
Space rats, yes, of
Laboratories
course.
of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terror fry them in their own juices.
Yes, yummy. Spratwurst like Wurstwurst? I've seen that a lot.
Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. boar, the other meat is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike.
Right. What does Terra Fry mean?
Terra Frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices.
It's KFC.
Plus a dash of modern chemistry.
Your own invention?
Legally? No. The Terra Frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&Ding our own special meat.
Sad story.
Just as well. Near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh scrap.
See ya. So they got names.
You look like someone who's taken their share of cuts and bruises. Need some armor? Maybe it's a bit secondhand, but that's only a testament to its durability. We also have a line of specialized melee weapons.
Melee weapons
For those
in
times you have to repel
space.
borders, but don't want to risk a bullet through the hull.
Are you a spacer yourself?
Not me, but it's in my blood.
Hmm.
After the crossing, my family worked Eridanos, indentured to the corporations.
Go on.
I was born into corporate labor, but I'm the first one of my family to buy my way out. That's
So
why
there's
I settled on
sharecropping as well.
Groundbreaker.
Good, good.
It's the last bastion of freedom.
Tell me more about your wares, Ike.
Everything I sell is fresh from the forge. Technically, the metal formed billions of years ago, but it's freshly in this shape.
And that's that. Let's see what you have for sale. You probably do have something decent. You're all about these specialty melee weapons. Look at that. 82 DPS. Yeah, this looks like the good one. The plasma cutter. How about armor? You talked it up. Block +5. Melee weapons +5. Tech skill. Hack. Heavy weapons. See ya. Holy shit, an anti-Cleos. Oh, they use robots.
Greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. This unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
Aren't you just a glorified vending machine?
This unit is programmed to simulate shock at such assertions. Shock simulation non-functional. A trouble ticket has been filed.
Let's take a look at that.
Shock simulation restored. Initiating shocked subroutine. How dare you? Shocked subroutine complete. Estimated guilt level of customer increased by 35%. Resuming protein dispensation protocol. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion. Beginning dispensing sequence. Please unblock all relevant facial protein ingestion tubes.
Is there any special reason to buy this stuff? How do I gently squeeze mock apples? Oh, you can actually see the heat.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 37? You think they'd let me peek at the power plant? Something you need?
It's hot.
Thought there'd be more machines.
Is this Junlai? Oh, there she
Must
is.
be housed on a sub-level.
Parvati thought there was plenty of
Been
machining.
here and not have looked at half the best stuff. It's all pretty worn, though.
Greetings!
Tennyson. I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends. Hope you don't mind the formal introduction. Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
It's the last free ground. Cornelius, nice place you got here, Chief. I'm Captain the Unreliable, recently in check for Groundbreakers impounds. Nice place you got here, Chief.
No, it isn't. It's a mess. But it's my mess, so I'll take the compliment. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
What about the board? How do you feel about the board? I'll do what I can to help keep the peace.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through. I'm headed for Monarch. God, I want to say just passing through, but I'm not.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such.
Good, something to shoot.
Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going.
I'm trying to be nice to her because I think Parvati wants to be friends with her.
Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Parvati, you wanted to talk to Junlei. Go ahead. There we go.
What? I didn't think you just...
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name.
Oh, damn.
What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much
Better
experience
get out of the way of our woman.
Actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei.
Lights are flickering. See, there's supposed to be a storm coming in.
Junlei is fine.
Nudge Parvati to continue.
Okay. Since you run a whole space station, I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask me anything.
Dude, this is... I want to watch this all day. Well, considering I watch this all day, don't be shy, Parvati.
Right. In person. Sure thing, Captain. Wow, great.
Lights is flickering.
I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry. I like it. Honest. Sorry.
So this is why she didn't like Thomas. I had some other questions for you. Whisper, nice job, Parvati.
Not a problem, Captain. Ask away.
Seems kind of warm here. What's going on?
Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
I'm sure your capable staff can stay ahead of the problem. Why haven't you fixed them yet?
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Surely the board doesn't want Groundbreaker to roast.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Yeah, they can go fuck themselves.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online, Groundbreaker, everyone on board, will be cooked alive.
How do we get him? You need a contractor to work this out. I'm available for a reasonable rate.
Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Oh, so they're the Groundbreakers. Okay, so there's the board, there's the Groundbreaker. Got it. But in the last place, we were actually able to keep our profile high with both. Got it. Take care of the back bays. Am I supposed to know where that is?
Sorry, I forgot not everyone knows this ship like I do. The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned, and a haven for miscreants now.
Miscreants? I know what miscreants get. They get the plasma sword. Can we try to talk this out with whoever is down there? Have you tried sending anyone down there to get the parts?
Those idiots are immune to reason, and they don't much care if the station melts to pieces. They're content to die last. If you could find some way to solve this without violence, I'd prefer that. But more than anything, we need those parts.
I'll get you the parts.
Good. Once you've obtained the parts, we can proceed to the next phase of repairs.
Where are we headed?
Happy about how that went, Parvati? What was that? What was that back at Junlei's? Even though we're in here, let's just try it.
Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
Sounds like you have a crush on her. That light is like struggling.
What? No.
But I'm not getting any light stuff.
I don't...
I've got a power backup.
It's like somebody reached into my
It'd
head
be beeping at me.
pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody
Just
who likes
awoken
working
something
tools
inside
in a little town like
Parvati.
Edgewater?
But at least it's not Thomas. Sounds like you're not sure how you feel. Just won't interfere with your work, will it? Sounds like you're not sure how you feel.
I just met her. How could I be? All I know is I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just...
Poor
she's
Thomas read
calm
all the
and knows
engineering
what to
books,
do. I wish I was half so confident.
and we ruined it. And we're thankful for that. See ya. Yeah, Parvati's got a big time crush. Weapons from the void. Happiness is a warm spaceship. Help Junlei Tennyson fix the radio arrays in the maintenance shaft. Whoops. Keep hitting the wrong button here. Keep one hit X to set active like it is on like Borderlands and stuff. Hey, I was an elevator operator in my past life. Miracle on the frontier. Deserters forced to return by heroic stranger. Oh. Our story. Let's read the board. We actually helped the corporation in that.
Were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum, yum.
Oh yeah, they're
Time to
strange.
feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You want to be Vicar.
Came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
Intimidate. You're only getting out of this alive if you play nice. Put that down before you incinerate the entire deck.
I know this ain't a toy, neighbor from above. It's a catalyst, just like me. Keep talking. I like the sound of your voice.
I'm here for some parts Junlei sent me. Zach, I was just distracting you. Nothing personal.
That's right, sir. Just the parts. We'll be in and out in a jiff. You won't even know we were here.
Tennyson just keeps feeding the furnace, don't she? We're still playing with her last sacrifice out back with the crew.
Oh, she did send another crew. Guess we should have asked about that.
You don't just ask a king for a favor when you're standing in his court. You bring tribute, sacrifices, prophecy, shit like that.
Live 40. Those ports are leaking deadly toxins. Attack.
Under its skin, this ship is all poison and darkness. Lead bones, asbestos muscle. Maybe you're right.
We gotta get that crew out of
Got
there.
the run of the kingdom. Up those stairs, you'll find the parts. My crew won't get in your way.
There was something else.
Lay it on me, boss. I'm good for it.
How did you end up back here?
Ship got impounded. The crew and I racked up a debt while we were grounded.
I'm gonna go back and ask her about that
Sold
crew.
to Sublight.
And I just cut out. Oh, you're good, Kish. Thanks for being here. Welcome back.
That's
We're getting the same
bureaucracy for
store as you just were.
Piracy with a smile.
So they're basically non-citizens. On my phone now. It's all good, man. Thanks for popping in on your phone. We got those same storms. When you were telling me about it, I went upstairs and watched my local news during dinner, and yeah, I got tornadoes the whole bit, so I know what you're talking about now. It's a funny coincidence of being on the same longitude. Right with a smile. Piracy was sounds a lot like what happened to me.
Am I your dark reflection? Shit, must be getting old. Stay here too long, and the groundbreaker drains you like a fuel tank.
See ya.
You can come and go in my little kingdom. Just try not to piss off any of the gestures.
Game definitely wants you to talk your way out of more situations than just shoot your way through. Even though they put quite a bit of emphasis on the combat. You just don't do it very often. I'm gonna go back and talk to Junlei so I can ask about her crew, so hopefully that unlocks some more options. That's my plan. I think Junlei was just in here.
Sorry about the heat. Here, drink up. No excuse for dehydration on my watch.
Damn, thanks for the water. You don't have a lot of faith in the board.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
You must not like Udon Bedford very much. How do you keep the board at a safe distance?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change.
One for the revolution.
I like to think of myself as a nice person, but if that gaudy embassy...
You're so tall and your arms are so strong,
I might
though.
hold my breath a moment before activating the sprinkler system. The board wants control over Groundbreaker, and leeches like Udon Bedford...
So you really don't like
anything
Udon.
to please their corporate masters. You've got my attention.
You send another crew down there. What's it like being command around here?
Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit board.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to rescue that other crew.
I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand.
We now know the successor is going to be Parvati. Ship's a family business?
Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gang, kept it together during the crossing and until she died. I was promoted only recently, when my mom died. Then I took the leap from chief engineer to captain.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
Parvati is enamored. Condolences.
Appreciate it. There wasn't much that took me by surprise about the job, but the little things you never expect or think about, they add up over time. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker.
Because it's all you have and where you live.
And bypasses that only Tennysons
It gets a hole, you're all dead. It always helps a burden. Aren't you a little young to be training a successor?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage. I'll have to foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Well, looks like this is where we part ways, Parvati. Where's the self-destruct mechanism?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I'm really just a dab hand with a wrench. Nothing special. Not like a...
That's why you gotta be trained, Parvati.
Don't sell yourself short. It doesn't take a seasoned pro to tinker on Groundbreaker. Just someone who knows how a ship ought to feel. We're always thirsting for help. If you could find your way around this labyrinth of ducts and panels, we could work something out.
Congratulations, you're the new Captain Parvati after 2 minutes. Back to my other questions.
You've got my attention.
About that other crew you sent down that we can't talk about. Well, we'll try to rescue him anyway. Are you here for good now, Parvati?
Yeah, huh?
She's paying less attention to us now. She's more enamored with her new captain. Goodbye! Vizzo Spectrum, vodka, a glass for every class. Oh, the rain's coming down good now. Oh, they've killed a lot of stuff. Hey, about that other crew.
Above. What brings you to my little moonlight kingdom?
Like red. See ya.
Smells kind of like old Bess's outflow pipes.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough place. There's no doubt about it. I guess we'll just get the parts, but probably be nice to rescue that other crew since they're being tortured and all.
We got another complaint. People don't like worms.
It would have been really tough to shoot this place. Oh, they're growing drugs. That's good. Let's leave them alone. People need those drugs. It's important. Shh. Isn't there supposed to be another crew in the back? Oh, wow. They said it was upstairs. What is this thing? I wish you could just walk up to ladders and climb them, though.
This place is falling apart.
Can't spell Groundbreaker without broken. Oh, wait.
Ugh. Hey. Oh. Oh, there's the radiator parts.
Please pie when we show her these.
She will be pleased. Where's that other crew at, though? I kind of feel bad about leaving them to be tortured. I mean, I get it. They're not real. They're just video game peoples. But, like, we probably shouldn't leave them to be tortured. Yeah, I mean, like, once someone has cared if we were stealing stuff, and then all we did was lie about it, and they were like, oh. Well, that's fine, then. That's no big deal. This one has the sight, right? We don't want that. This one can go. That can go, honestly. This can go. This side of this can go. This can go. Just to get some more weapon parts. Make some room. Skills +5. God, we truly do look terrible.
Look, Red gave me a taste of the good stuff. I'm interested.
Careful with that shit. You'll end up as crazy as he is.
Red ain't crazy. He's nice. He didn't shoot us. Well, we could have rescued that crew, but I think Red's just gonna go ahead and keep him locked up. Sorry, we did our best. We knocked over some pools, I guess. Wow, you guys must have been close to getting tornadoes. That's not good. That's not good. I'm glad you're safe. Some strong wind, though, knocking down pools.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed.
Yeah, your crew's being tortured by McRed, and I want to talk to you about it, but it's no longer an option, so eternal torture.
I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft.
You can send Parvati. It'll be her first job.
For the ship's PA. And bring weapons. There's a slight Mantipillar infestation.
Oh my god, we might get to shoot something.
Don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing to worry about.
Parvati and Junlei are totally gonna get it on.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that.
And it's gonna be...
Thank you.
It's gonna be special. I can hardly wait. Hey, about that other crew. Where the hell are we going? Down there? How do we get down there? Guessing don't fall down the massive shaft. Just where they get their food. That's the rats. You told us how to do it. I just didn't pay any freaking attention. Go down the maintenance shaft. I'm just gonna... Oh. I was an elevator operator in another life. The last elevator had a loading screen, so... Game's playing tricks. We're finally gonna get to snipe. We've put a lot of points into snipes. You don't need to kill it. Fuck that. I want to kill something. It's been way too long since we got to freaking kill something. So I noticed that you are not good at fighting stuff, Vicar. You guys are a noisy bunch. I'm gonna go back to reading. Oh, it was on the roof? It was like 4 things to kill in the last 3 hours. Archived logs and transmissions. Arrival confirmation. The HHB Earth HQ transmitted via probe. Archived at source. It is my honor to report the Groundbreaker successfully arrived at Lagrange Point, having released our cargo of prefab housing, settlers, and supplies at their intended colony worlds. May they prosper and expand. Now that stages 1 and 2 of the mission have been carried out, my family will take ownership of the Groundbreaker as specified in our contract, keeping the ship in active duty as an independent trading post, repair stop in Cargo Bay. I'll be remiss if I close this transmission without sending my hopes and best wishes back to Earth. There's so much ahead of us, we'll never forget what we left behind. Some very rich and unsavory elements among our colonial neighbors seem to have the wrong idea about why I flew us out here. It wasn't for a 9-figure blood money salary and a Spacer's Choice logo stamped on my ass. It wasn't to nickel and dime passing ships out of their last bit. Groundbreaker has no role in the success or failure of Halcyon's corporate entities. Period. I negotiated the understanding and clearly outlined it in writing before I ever set foot on this ship. If anyone wants to dispute or compromise their independence, they will answer to Tennyson. We're a family operation. Even when the last Tennyson dies, Groundbreaker will remember us and defend its freedom accordingly. Well, one would hope. Ah! Is there more centipedes? I want to shoot more stuff.
Good news, Sean tells me the security mechanicals booted up and killed a bunch of mantis. Bad news, diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Shoot fast if you can. Shoot back if you need to. I can always fix them later.
Oh, you want us to sneak past these things? Fine. Well, that was surprisingly easy. Even that one that's staring right at our face. Definitely preventing weapon breakdown right now. How in the hell have these things not noticed? I hope there's a reward for having done that.
Halt. Security patrol.
Here they come.
Well, we'll never know now. No, it's working just fine. She said she could always fix them later.
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side.
Did Vicar die? Vicar's terrible. I'm fine. It's nice to get to shoot something again. Oh shit, we had to reload. I mean, the combat is good. You just don't... Again, you don't get to do it very often. Not so far, anyways. We probably could have snuck past everything. I should have held everybody back. Logs. Cobbled together. The staff is getting restless. Workaround and half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma will live with that reality, and so will I. I'm rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. Old plans, new problems. Found some of Chief Gooing's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing, because she spent half of her career patching it up. Lots of corners cut when they put this place together. Among our papers, I also found that the LMG. Yeah, it's the LMG from last night, the old reliable, the unique. We put shock damage on there. I bet it'd melt some robots when we get to shoot them, that is. Among our papers, I also found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my dogs. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate it. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it feels like... It's like I can feel you reaching out to me from the past, Grandma. Non-expendable personnel must exit the maintenance shaft before activating the cycle protocol. Cycling successful.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
We saved the ship, and we gave her Parvati. We better get paid like lords. How the hell did you guys get down here before I did? I just... Whatever. What? Y'all are creeping me out.
I could spend hours reflecting on the secret workings of the universe. Little else in this colony offers such a relaxing pastime.
Look at that. Look at that raid. Karila Salva, you were just streaming some Outer Worlds, maybe? Thanks a lot for that raid. For that 5. You've opened a portal to the Exodus, but beware, you never know what will come through the gap. Karila Salva, thank you very much for that host and that raid. It's much appreciated. Hope you had a great stream. I don't think I did your name right. I'm sorry. Karila Salva. That's time I got it right, I hope. Yeah, my bad. Either way, hey, thanks a lot for the host. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Karila. Hope you had a great stream. Vicar, I want you to wait for the... Let's talk about this personal question. Remind me, what are your thoughts on the... Let's just do one at a time, and then we'll, like, back out, since it's quite a bit.
Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to...
We've heard that before.
Most of the philosophers...
We've heard that before. Okay, cool. That was the one. Thanks a lot for that raid again. Hope you had a great stream. We just got done lowering the heat on Groundbreaker. Killing the mana-eater thingies and the robots. Ah, Dead by Daylight.
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders much.
Well, how was your day on
without
Dead by
stress,
Daylight?
But you're all right. The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive.
Yes, us, that's right. Give us all credit.
Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Well, hell yeah. But I want more than that. You better know it. Still trying to get you that proper shout out here. Hope that's... There we go. Finally. Let me open that link up. If you got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue, right? Let's go talk to Edna. Go. And give you that. Follow. Sweet. Did the matches on Dead by Daylight go well? Less salt than normal? Good. Mostly from the red ranks that should not have been matched against me in the first place. What are red ranks? I don't know much about Dead by Daylight, except it's asymmetrical multiplayer strategy game thing. There's a hunter and there's the survivors. What do you normally like to play, the hunter or the survivor? I feel like let's keep leveling tech until we get engineering. Just oh, now we're here. Engineering seems to have a lot of advantages, you know? 20% chance items you repair will become pristine, increasing value and durability. Yeah, that's fine. All these are good. Damn it, it gets so much more expensive then. Either way. Then there's more advantage to doing this. I'm going to put 3 points into that. I'm going to put 3 points into that. I'm going to put 2 points into that. And science. Oh, man. What are we going to do? 60 adepts. Coward targets armor. Human coward choice. When a human coward, you gain 25% armor for 10 seconds. So it doesn't sound very good. If they're a coward, they're not attacking you. Let's get this to 60. Just go ahead and keep taking that up. A hint for you, just use @ and then delete it after the name is up. Oh, yeah. That's a really good point. Thanks, Gorilla. A killer main that rotates through all the killers. Ooh, wow. Sounds like you're good then. Is that one of your favorite games, Dead by Daylight? Like, of all time, Gorilla? Of all time? Vendor buying price, 5 meter interactable highlight range. They pay you more bits than they should. Oh, that sounds actually really useful. Increased your movement and action speed when tactical time dilation is active. Increased damage dealt by science weapons. It'd probably be really good. 65 movement penalty reduces the penalties to accuracy while moving. I mean, yeah, if there was actually like combat, when you critically hit a target, you have a chance of immediately resetting the camp. We don't have like any of their abilities because of the path we've gone down. 15% health restored per kill. Boo. Increases the carrying capacity bonus from your bonus to dialogue skills when you have no companions in your party. I think I'm gonna go vendor buying prices. That's the only one that really is applicable to us right now. I'm sure there's gonna be more combat later on, but we've been in a pretty long stretch here where there's just been very, very little to do with combat. It's just a consistent one. My favorite games are RPGs, but if you're reviewers for those, have you played The Outer Worlds before, Gorilla? And if so, what'd you think of it? Public notices, feel that? That's right, we fixed the radiators. Groundbreaker is venting heat as intended. Credit where credit is due. We wouldn't have done it without an outsider who took on great personal risk. Good Dark Lord Necro, thank you for opening a portal to the Exodus, but beware, you never know what will come through the gap. Please check out Dark Lord Necro. He had a great Final Fantasy VII playthrough. He's really passionate about that game and loves it. Mobile Suit Gundam, I don't know about. I've played one of the Gundam games. So what is a Gundam? Isn't it like a mech suit? Thanks a lot for being here. Necro's really, really smart. He's got a master's in psychology. Interesting guy, good guy. Please make sure you check him out. Really talented streamer. Thanks a lot for being here, Necro. I did during the months I had Game Pass for PC. Oh, cool. Did you enjoy it then, Gorilla? Was it fun? I deserve a hug for helping us through the crisis. Don't you dare hug us and give us your plague. Seeking Contractor, Sublight Salvage. Seeking Ethically... Thanks for shouting him out, Wilso. Seeking Ethically Flexible Spacer with Stellar Bay Landing Clearance. Payment exchange for return of legal salvage. Details given upon acceptance of contract. Active warrants, prior convictions, no questions asked. Our background checks filter out criminal red flags. Plausible deniability is the Sublight way. See Lila Hagen for details. Yes. Yes, the game was fun. Managed to do it a couple times with different builds. Hey, good on you. Good on you. Couple playthroughs. You're the first person. I've had 5 people in a row tell me they got really close to the end and they quit. I had one person tell me they just did not like it. And then I've had a lot of people tell me, well, they want to play it again. But I've been trying to figure out what's the mystery behind why this game fell off the face of the earth after a month. Halcyon Holdings' corporate office and its environs are for conducting official board business only. So far, my thoughts are the writing's really good and I'm enjoying the story, but the pacing is... They do a lot of front-loading of dialogue and... Which I like dialogue, just sometimes I want to like go out and kill some stuff. Board property includes, but is not limited to, Halcyon's Holdings office here on Groundbreaker. The space directly in front of my desk, the space already behind my desk, my doorway, my berth, and most importantly, my stairs. Thank you for your cooperation, Udom Bedford, certified liaison. Liaison! Please note that the next spacer caught drinking on the stairs outside the embassy may find themselves on the rude side of an airlock. PPS. This is the 3rd time I've had to post this message, and I'm sick and tired of it. I will not hesitate to open a board-sanctioned investigation into your behavior, and when you are caught, punish you accordingly. Felix Millstone. Users. I gotta fix my auto-host. I haven't been getting to you for some reason. Oh, it's all good, man. I appreciate the host now, and I appreciate you being here. Necro, I hope you're having a good day. It's early for you on the West Coast. What is it, 3? What are you gonna stream today? Some more Gundam? It was only available through Game Pass and Epic Store. I didn't know this was Epic Store exclusive. I can't imagine it is anymore, right? Since it's on the Switch and everything. Hear that thunder? Got a really big thunderstorms rolling through here. This guy's dialogue was great. Hey, wait, we haven't solved this problem yet, so... Yeah, we have to do a whole mission for her. Task. Found a job posting on... I can't read that text towards the further right of that. For an ethically flexible space, interested parties were instructed to inquire at the Office of Sublight Shipping. Let's set this. Damn it, gotta press A. Where's the one with Edna? Or the one where we have to go... Yeah, here, the Gladys. View the distress signal recording on your ship. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Gladys shot for old records. Apparently the smuggler acquired several leads that way. I'm gonna do this first. Salvager in the sky. Her thing's gonna cost 10,000 bits. We're definitely gonna do the mission for her. Even if we had the bits, I want to pay for it. for them to show up on Steam or GOG. That's what, Green Man Gaming or whatever. This game's not a year old. Galaxia Games. Oh, okay. I've never heard of it. I think Wilso talks about it a lot. No, Wilso's told me about it. I guess I'm still a pleb on the PC front. Oh, I'll just talk to you. You can probably get us through the door.
Welcome to Sublight Salvage and Shipping, a legitimate business for legitimate consumers.
You skipped the funny part.
You the one flying the unreliable?
I was just trying to be careful. Okay, I see what you're talking about, Will. So, good stuff. That's right. The name's Captain Cornelius.
Miss Lily has been expecting you. I'll unlock the door.
How did it just stop showing up on radars? I have no idea. That's the question I've been seeking an answer to while I play it. Came out. The hype was real. Everyone was saying it was great. We want to tear into it. We want to see every square pixel of this game. The reviews were hot. Xbox had it in its ads. Obsidian was back. Metacritic had it at like an 80. And then just nobody started talking. Just disappeared. And then I started seeing, oh, I just couldn't get into it. Or, oh, I liked it, but I could never finish it. And the number one thing I hear is it becomes really shallow. It seems like a classic Obsidian RPG, and then it becomes shallow. But I don't know. I don't think I'm all that deep into it. I'm just on like the second place. So far, I really like the storytelling and the writing.
Sure am. A few years back, they got me.
I just wish it was more like 70-30 instead of 80-20.
They put on cargo bays ain't worth a damn. These days, I stick to HQ and look after Miss Lilia.
What a lightning and thunder, yeah. You guys can probably hear that. So if the power goes out, I got a power backup, and it's going to give me like 5 minutes to say bye to you guys, but that's going to be it. I'll be able to say bye. If we lose power. Okay, there was reasons I got to talk to her. Lightning crashes. It looks amazing in 4K. This game comes out on Steam later this year. Yeah, I like the graphics, too. Early access, was the only place to play early access at Gwent. Oh, that's cool. Kish, welcome back. Oh no, see, we're getting what you just had, Kish. So now I know what you're talking about. I don't know, do you know why, Necro? Do you have a theory on why it dropped off everyone's radar? As I said, I don't have an answer to that question. I'm seeking it. But so far, it seems, you know, really solid.
So you're the new captain in town. I was hoping you'd make your way to my office.
Oh, they must have putting it on Epic.
You down. Lilia Hagen, CEO and Executive Director of Aggressive Operations.
Aggressive
You
Operations.
know about Sublight, otherwise you wouldn't have come.
Of the unreliable. Lie, never heard of you. Saw your job opening on one of the public terminals.
At least one system on Groundbreaker still works.
What's the lightning capital of the country?
Nice to see the unreliable again. Useful ship. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anyway.
Where would that be at? Central Florida? Oh, really? Oh, cool. Nice. What do you guys do? Use lightning rods and stuff? Anytime a game is on Epic Store exclusive, most PC players will avoid it. I wonder how much that's changing. Epic Games has been giving out a lot of free games. All of which I have not grabbed because it is on the Epic storefront. I was not a hater, and I like competition, but after using it, I just did not at all like it. It was slow, it was laggy, it didn't work half the time. Let's see the unreliable again. Useful ship as a launcher. Hawthorne was my contractor. I'd recognize that leaky boat of his anywhere. I didn't kill him. Don't let Ada hear you calling her ship names. Hawthorne, never heard of him. Don't let
Is
Ada.
Ada still at the helm? I don't know how many times I told Hawthorne to restore that smartass to factory settings. I have a salvage job for someone light on corporate ties with a reliable set of wings, but there's a catch.
Just like in the serials.
If you have a nav key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours.
That one rumbled the table.
Interested?
Did he get Battleborned? Oh, I don't know. I don't know if that's the right reference. I hear what you're saying though, Necro. Just because it's not multiplayer and it's a different kind of death where I don't think anybody really talked shit about this game. It's just not had the long-lasting staying appeal of, say, Fallout or Oblivion or Skyrim, any of these really, like, these RPGs that transcended generations. People still play them 10 years later, but not every game can be. I'd still call this already like a great comeback for Obsidian, and the future looks bright. Their past was bright. We either have underground power lines or ground level transformers. See, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, the building code in Florida is good, especially after Hurricane Andrew, right? You guys really updated your building codes. Seems like you guys have good building codes. I take all their free shit, but after the security issue where I had to recover my account from someone in Russia, I refuse to spend money there again. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah, I saw Borderlands and I saw Civilization was free, and I'm like, oh man, it's free, but the Epic Game Store. And I'm not that against the Epic Game Store. I just literally had that negative of a experience with it that I just didn't give a shit. If you have an F key to Stellar Bay, the job's yours. Interested? What's so special about Stellar Bay?
First, an embargo that's been active ever
Guess I
since
should be
the Board
listening.
pulled its forces off-world.